YouTube, what the heck is up? It's your boy Joey P. I am a little sick, so if you hear a little nasal in there, sorry about that. Today we are going to be talking about lenses, more specifically one lens. So I don't know if that'd be lenses, lens, eye, kind of like cacti. Anyway, besides the point, today we're going to be talking about my probably second favorite lens at the moment, and it was actually my first lens overall that I highly recommend to anyone just starting out in photography. And that is the Canon RF 50mm 1.8, also known as, by many others, the Nifty 50. Now, as I said, this was my first lens that I bought. This comes in at a whopping $200 USD, and I personally believe that this is the best piece of equipment that you can get for $200. I really don't think there's anything else that you can put in your camera bag at the moment that will beat getting a 50mm. As you see, it's light, it's compact, it fits anywhere. Put that right in your hoodie pocket, put it in your camera bag, put it in the side of a lunch bag, whatever you need to do. This thing will travel anywhere with you. Now, when I bought my camera, I was doing a lot of back and forth. Am I gonna go zoom lenses? Am I gonna go prime lenses? But one thing was certain, I was getting this 50mm, A, because it was cheap and in stock, which is a huge issue right now. So if you wanna order a lens, expect to wait a little bit. Except for, these I know are in stock right now, so good luck. But this just sits perfectly right in that little sweet spot of like versatility for me. I can do product shoots, I can do car photography, I can do portraits, I can do landscape. This kind of just fits all the bills for you, and like I said, it's $200. It's silly not to have, and I truly think that anyone just starting out, this should be the first lens that they go buy because of how versatile and how good it is. And at 1.8 aperture, this thing is going to do great in low light situations. You won't have to pump up too much ISO in your camera in order to get really good looking pictures and stills. Now, starting out, for the first 4 months that I had my camera, this was the only lens that I could get, honestly, because of how low in stock everything was. So this really did help me a lot in the beginning when it comes to figuring out how I wanted the stage shots, how I wanted my subject to look in that shot, figuring out my aperture and things like that. I really didn't rely on I couldn't rely on different zooms, so I had to really figure out where I had to be positioned, and I think that alone is just such a great practice for photographers to start getting themselves into, because if you start relying too much on the camera and not so much on knowing your creative ability, I think you kind of get stuck in only relying on, well, I need to go buy this lens because I want to be able to shoot at this focal length so it looks like this, when really you can take something like this, a $200 lens, and still produce fantastic shots. Plus, when starting out, you usually don't want to drop a ton of money. So $200, you buy this, you get really good pictures. And if you drop and break it, A, you probably should have a warranty, but B, again, it's $200. So it's not like dropping a $2,500 lens and you're like, well, now I'm really in trouble.
You can do it. Shit.
Now, I personally did not start shooting until the RF lenses came out. So I couldn't give you, any updates from the EF version to the RF version, but what I can say is this size is just, obviously I mentioned earlier, but this size is perfect. Like, I'm shooting on a probably 4-pound zoom lens now, but this, if I want to go shoot casually, I'll pop this on my camera all day and just go out because of how light it is, how compact. You really don't get a lot of wear on your arms and your shoulders like you do with a big zoom lens or a big prime lens. I think it's just really great for doing a lot of casual shooting or going out on a weekend and you don't want to bring all your stuff. You just pop this on, still produce great photography, still take great video, things like that. And people really don't realize what kind of arm workout you're going to get when you put a zoom lens on until you've been using this, and then you upgrade and you're like, oh wow, this is going to get tiring. Whereas this, I could shoot on this for 12 hours a day and not feel anything in my arms or my shoulders, which is usually the biggest pain points. Now, like I said earlier, I really do recommend this lens to everyone. It is fantastic for the price point, and it kind of varies. You can use this from any skill level. You can go beginner, advanced. You're still gonna get great pictures, and I truly think that this is just the perfect starter lens, but again, it's just great to also have in the bag, even when you have a plethora of lenses. If you want something, compact, easy to carry around, easy to take places, nothing's gonna really get in your way, 50 is perfect. And this is essentially my reliable lens at this point. If I wanna go shoot, pop this on, walk outside, go take a couple pictures, not have to lug around everything. Lastly, I know the video's been pretty sporadic lately with my schedule, so I'm going to get a lot better about actually executing on the content that I have written down and bringing you guys a lot more variety of content. I plan on kind of turning this channel into like what my personal hobbies are, which are photography, golf, maybe even some gambling, just maybe, if I still have money by that point. I really want to produce things that I enjoy and that provide either entertainment or actual value to you guys, so be on the lookout for those videos. I'm going to get a lot better about a schedule. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you learned something about the lens today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a fantastic day. Peace out.